All right. How's it going, everybody? We're back. It's Jim Range, episode 21. And you missed the pre-show. But Alex and I were looking back at our buys and sells from the preseason. And it's pretty good. It's pretty amusing, actually. So, let's jump right into it. Let's jump right into it. We got some Selection Sunday stuff we got to talk about because that's like a little over 3 weeks away. But we can open with this because this is good stuff. We need to hold ourselves accountable here.
Yep. I don't want to.
I mean, we have to. Okay, so my buys, Oklahoma State, who is banned from the tournament.
Yeah.
So that's a good start.
Yeah.
Mississippi State, who is looking like they're probably not going to make it. Probably not.
No. Probably
Just
not.
have to see. And Purdue, who top five.
Goodbye.
Top
Questions
five
defensively.
Top five team. They're a horrible defensive team, but offensive.
Who cares?
Take the bye.
Offense wins championships.
My sells were UCLA, which I think the jury's still out.
Yep.
I don't think we can make a determination. And Virginia, who I don't know why, like they win a game and people are like, oh, like they're back in the picture. No, they're not. Why are they back in the picture?
They could be back in the picture.
Why did it take like one? Like I don't understand why that's all it took.
They beat Duke and Cameron. That was naturally going to come.
Okay, yeah, but like I don't know. I don't think that.
I get it.
I just don't think that bumps you up. Like that is not the resume. That's not a one-game resume. I don't think.
They're still, I think, low 70s net, and like you can squeak in with that. I don't think they're in.
Yeah, they're not dead. They're not dead in the water, I guess.
You get Duke and Charlottesville soon. What?
They're not dead in the water.
They're not dead in the water, but they're almost dead in the water.
Yeah.
Speaking of dead in the water.
Let's
go with my buys.
Oh my goodness.
Had me dying in our pre-show because silly me, I was the one who said, let's go back to our preseason buys and sells. Totally forgetting who I said. Totally forgetting.
So Alex has North Carolina.
I don't know why.
They just lost.
I do know why.
They just lost to Pitt, which was their first bad loss. I'll say that. It was their first bad loss. It was actually so bad
that it was good.
It was so bad that it went from a quad 4 loss to a quad 3
loss. Massive.
Cool, funny thing. As I think it was Fanta who said this, that their resume is about as clean as a chain restaurant. Because Kevin Sweeney said UNC has a clean resume, and that's just, I don't think that's true. And then they lost to Pitt, so they definitely don't have a clean resume now.
And the Michigan win was for like 3 days a quad 1 win, and then it fell back to a quad 2.
Yeah, so that's tough to see. All right, so Carolina, Memphis, who
hey, 6-game win streak.
Hold on,
6-game win streak.
Pump the brakes, because I remember a few episodes ago when I said it's fine, we don't have to talk about Memphis anymore because they're done. Well, as it turns out, they might not be done because they beat the only other quality team in their conference
by double digits.
They've won 6 games in a row.
Yep.
They sort of look like they've turned a corner. Dare we say. And Amani Bates has not been playing for any of them.
He hasn't.
So make of that what you will.
Yes.
They are, I mean, if you look at the splits, they're more efficient with him off the court.
Off the floor.
On.
Yep.
They've
got SMU on Sunday.
Yeah.
SMU on Sunday.
So yeah, that's a big game for them. So jury's still out. I'll say that. I think a couple weeks ago, this looks really bad for you.
This looks really bad.
Really bad. Your third bye was St. Bonaventure.
A couple weeks ago looks really, really bad.
Yeah.
Not horrendous right now. I may not have a single tourney team of my buys, which is horrendous for what was our first episode of the year. However,
I'm gonna only have one. So,
could, and I'm trying to be positive here,
could
have 3 tournament teams at the end of this.
You could.
And they may not make it out the first weekend, but who cares?
I mean, max, I can have 2 because one of them is banned. So
Yes.
you're already doing better
But
than I am.
you at least have a lock.
I do have a
what's
lock.
nice?
That's
having
nice.
a lock.
Well, the thing is, I think we were, for the most part, picking teams that like were like maybe good enough to win their conference versus like, and some that were like kind of borderlines. Like it's different from if we were just like by Gonzaga, by, you know.
We should have done that. We should have played it safe.
Yeah.
By Gonzaga.
By Gonzaga.
By Baylor.
Yeah. You also had UCLA as a sell, which like we said, jury's still out.
I had a lean Villanova.
And Villanova.
I specified it. I said it was lean Villanova as a sell.
Yeah.
Consider it.
And I think that's the best way to put it, actually, because they could be good. Like
they're gonna win.
The game that they just had, where Gillespie had 33, and like
he was unconscious.
That's the Villanova team that can win a championship theoretically. The problem is
I'm still not sure that they can win it. Even with that, I'm not sure they can win it. I'm worried about the depth. I'm worried about front court depth. I get that they can go small ball there, but I don't think. I look at these national title contenders. I don't know what. Okay, frankly, I don't know what anyone does against Gonzaga right now. But like, if Villanova is like the 2 or the 3, and they get screwed and they're in the West with Gonzaga, like you make the Elite 8 with Gonzaga, like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
Or even say that about a lot of teams.
Even say Villanova ends up being a 3, and they have a 6 in their region that's like, I don't know who. Like, take your pick. I don't know who's on the 6th line right now, but
who's on the 6th line? I mean, we could go. I wouldn't take them right. I mean, Texas could be on the 6th line.
Alabama
could be on the 6th line.
Alabama could easily be on the 6th line, and I probably take Alabama over Villanova.
Yep, I can understand that.
Assuming, of course, Alabama wins their first game, which is no guarantee.
Arkansas could be on the 6th line. I think there might be 5 right now.
I take Arkansas over Villanova. I do.
Okay. I don't know if I take Arkansas over Villanova, but I'd still take Villanova. I feel like they're not a lock to make the Sweet 16, but I don't know. I don't really know if I like them past the first weekend.
Well, yeah, because then you're running into another top 16 team.
Yeah, but like even then, I don't know. I mean, Gillespie, Moore, Samuels, they're gonna get them through those first 2 games, I think, plus Jay Wright's coaching. But I don't know beyond that. Like those teams on the 2 line that we'll get to eventually. Like
I think it's safe to say that the Gillespie All-American takes were a little ambitious.
He could sneak in there. He's Big East Player of the Year. He's Big East Player of the Year. Maybe. Justin Lewis?
Yeah.
Marquette?
I don't know. He's very limited. That's the thing. He's very limited. Like the thing was in the game where he scored 33, they were just letting him go to the same side and take the same shot.
He was backing down in the post. He was,
So, I don't know. And I don't know. Do we have reason to believe that Villanova isn't? Like, I don't know. Do you think it's crazy of us to be this low on Villanova? Or maybe just not convinced? Because
I'm just not convinced they're going to win the national title. And maybe this comes back to bite me and I end up on some TikTok of a Villanova fan account where they're like, look how they doubted us.
Yeah.
I just don't see it. Especially if they draw like one of these top 6 teams. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm crazy.
I don't think you are. Because I've responded to this. Somebody commented on one of our TikToks and was like, do you think we'll see a Big East team in the Final Four? And I said, no, I don't think we do. And I'm sticking by that because I think that I do. I mean, Providence, like everyone knows that like by now that they're very lucky. At least that's what people are saying. Like, I don't know.
They still won. So that's why I try to give
right.
them the credit. They won the games.
We talked about this. They did win the games, and they hung with Villanova very, very close.
They've
Which
only got –
I think that proves their legitimacy. If you're going to say Villanova is the best team in the Big East,
then Providence is probably second best.
Providence has to be the second best.
And they're gonna listen. They're gonna close with Xavier, Creighton, Villanova. So
yeah.
No,
that's. I mean, one team that I was looking at from the Big East, and we're kind of getting off our buys and sells. Long story short, we didn't do that hot.
No.
I was looking at Seton Hall,
mm-hmm.
and they get to play the 3 worst teams in the Big East at home over their next 5 games. They get DePaul at home, they get Georgetown at home, and they get Butler at home.
It goes without saying you can't lose any of those, but they should rout Butler and DePaul.
And Georgetown.
They should rout Butler and Georgetown.
Yeah.
DePaul's going to be closer.
Can be a little closer, yeah.
But could lose that one.
They should still win that game.
They should. No, they should.
And then I think their other 2 are – I haven't checked. I could be wrong.
I can find it.
I think it's Creighton and Xavier, which are not –
Creighton,
those are winnable games. Those are winnable games.
No, they're winnable. Yeah, Seton Hall's 6-8. They've got DePaul. We're recording this on Friday. They play DePaul on Saturday, then Butler, then they've got Xavier, Georgetown, Creighton.
Yeah.
Creighton in Omaha, last game before the Big Ten tournament, that's going to be tough.
Yeah, that is going to be tough, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I think with that schedule, I think they're in a good spot to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Get in. One other thing, and I mentioned this to you before the show, but I want to know if I'm crazy because I said in a video that the ceiling, this is a ceiling. This is not a prediction. This is just me saying the ceiling for this team is winning the national title, and that's Illinois.
I firmly agree.
I got a lot of comments being like, L take, ratio, this is a horrible take. Like,
I love ratio. I love ratio as a comment. It's just chef's kiss. So many opportunities. Like, hey, you're saying it's a bad take, but then you're hoping people like your tweet. But then there's also that possibility that you get ratioed.
Well, you're really going all or nothing with the ratio comment.
You really are.
You really are, because there's nothing worse than a failed ratio.
It's bad. It's
that is real. You can't delete it.
You can't delete it because then you look even worse.
It's true.
Anyway, Illinois, absolutely. Yeah. Listen, I saw them go down to the wire against Northwestern, which I can no longer levy as criticism for teams because everyone goes down to the wire with Northwestern apparently.
Yeah.
Which is painful for me, but you can figure out like the way that Loyola Chicago, Porter Moser, and Cameron Krutwig exploited Coburn last year. You can beat this team. However, I just think that the shooting that Plummer adds, plus Frazier's leadership. He really is hit or miss like offensively, but he's that good defensively. He's going to make up for it. Grandison's going to play. You're going to be like their ceiling is undoubtedly they can win a national championship.
Yeah,
they can compete. They can compete at that level. They've shown they can win at that level. So I don't mind that take.
Yeah.
I like that take, actually.
I mean, the things that people bring up against that are like, they don't have any like big time wins, which they beat Wisconsin. So that's a top 12 win.
Yep.
They lost to Cincinnati. They lost to Cincinnati by 20 in their 4th game of the season.
Yeah, but they just got Coburn back.
That's the thing. Like this team goes as Coburn goes because like the Maryland loss, they didn't have Coburn, and they lost by 16 but that is a very, very misleading deficit for like how that game actually went, because their guards kept them in it until like maybe there were 5 minutes left, and then it was like a couple turnovers and some free throws, and
that's just tough.
Pulled out to this huge lead when like it was pretty close the whole game, because Plummer is just flying off screens, hitting like fading to the side 3-pointers.
His
like,
elevation on his jumpers are insane.
It was crazy. He was hitting everything on the move. It was nuts. And so when you have that guard play, and then you have an All-American like Coburn, that's great. That's that is a title team to me.
It is. And like I get they don't have the marquee wins. Like they lost to Arizona at home. They lost both games to Purdue. The win against Michigan State doesn't look as good in light of Michigan State's struggles, but it's still a ranked win. Yeah. You did handily beat Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Like it was 13, but it felt more than 13. Mm-hmm. And again, like the Maryland loss isn't great, but the committee will, like, I think they'll let that be a wash. It really, to me, is just the eye test. Like I see them in like upside, like absolutely they can win a national title. And they might need a favorable draw come Selection Sunday in their region, but I don't think no one's going to get like the field is too deep that someone's going to get a walk in the park to the Elite Eight.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's just me. Like, if you ask me, like, I'm not predicting that they're going to win the title. It's just saying they are capable at a very basic
level. They are capable.
They have
I take like 6 to 8 teams above them, but they're capable of winning it.
Yeah. They don't have the wins of like a Texas Tech, like they don't have like those insane wins. They're like 5-5 in quad one. They got swept by Purdue, right? Which I don't love that. That bothers me a little bit.
I can understand that.
But like one of those was double overtime, and the other one was on the road. So I'm not like trying to just explain away all their losses as like they're actually great, good losses. Like
it's a quad one loss.
I just think like none of them mean. I don't know. I don't think any of those are like the nail in the eye test. Yeah, it's the eye test. When they have everybody, like it's the same thing with Baylor, right? Like Baylor, it comes down to injuries for them. They've been injured. They've lost.
How much Hotchwell is gonna hurt? It's gonna hurt a lot.
But their ceiling is still a title.
No, they can still win it. It's just the road got so much trickier with Chama Chachua out.
Yeah. If you throw that qualifier in, like if they're all healthy, that's a title contender.
Well, yeah, if they're all healthy, you'd say that.
But
that's not. Like I get that argument. That's just one of those things like we all say. Like if they're all healthy, like if everything's clicking, but how often you get 3 games a season where everything's clicking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I try to stay away from the argument of like if everything breaks their way, it's like, well, like obviously if everything breaks their way. Somebody in my comments got roasted because they were like, I mean, if they're hitting shots, it's like, well, that's true of everybody.
Like basketball, if you're hitting,
that's how basketball works. But it's not me saying like, oh, if everything breaks their way. It's really just like looking at the roster, looking at how they've played, and looking at they don't have the big wins, but I'm buying in on their potential is what it is. Mm-hmm. And not everybody is, and that's fine. But
that is fun.
I think if you poll most college basketball media members, I think most of them would say that Illinois can win a title.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's fine.
I also wouldn't mind people saying their ceiling's a Final Four team.
Maybe that's what I should have said instead.
Because I think that kind of gets – I feel like that kind of gets lost in the weeds sometimes. Like 4 teams make it. Like you're not going to – we can make that distinction, I feel like.
Maybe that's actually better. Because if I'm going to say that they're a title contender, but they're like the low
bottom tier title contender.
Yeah, then it's like then they're probably just the Final Four.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I'll walk it back a little bit and I'll say that maybe that's what
Final Four.
Said.
Yeah.
Because
So just amend
I
it
think,
slightly.
I
Amend it
think
slightly.
I think mentally when you say like Final Four,
Uh-huh.
it's very easy to jump to like, oh, title. Like,
Yeah.
there you go. It's two more
Well,
games.
again, Randolph Childress said it. The Final Four is just a missed call here. It's a missed jumper here. It's a layup here. It's you didn't run your baseline out of bounds play correctly, so you didn't get your first option, right? Like that. That's what the Final Four is. Like the final,
Yeah.
you get to the Final Four, everything hits the fan. You can't predict whatever happens because you're gonna be locked in regardless.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Right.
it's really where we get the Villanova Oklahoma game. It's rare we get the Duke Michigan State game from 2015 to a lesser extent. Like you don't get those blowouts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
or even like last year's Houston game.
yeah, got away quickly.
Like that was not a fun Final Four game.
Nah,
because I think we all knew going in that they were
Baylor was
so
better.
overmatched. They were so overmatched.
Baylor was just better.
But
everyone said it. It was Gonzaga, Baylor, and everybody else last year. Yeah, and that's what happened.
All right, you want to jump into our Selection Sunday is just over 3 weeks away,
and the committee is crazy. Their top 16 seeds on Sunday.
Yes, which I'm excited to see because I got tickets to the games in Pittsburgh for the first round.
You got tickets?
All 3 sessions, baby. We're going in the building.
Let's go.
I got the cheapest seats I could find. I'm sitting like way, way away from the court. I do not care. care.
I have a stats final the Friday of the first round.
Reschedule it.
I can't. I know. I don't think I've tried. I've tried. I'm trying to get back home and go to Greensville, South Carolina.
Well, you don't have to get all the sessions. You could just get one of them.
Yeah, but I can't fly home to Greenville to watch them play on a Thursday, fly back to take one stats final, and then fly.
No, I mean the last one.
Oh, I could do the round of I could try and do the round of 32.
Yeah, because that's 2 games.
Yeah. I'm going to try and do that.
Yeah.
Pick up a few extra DoorDash sessions. We'll be good to go.
Yeah. And it'll work out.
Who cares about tax season?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For just $1 a month, you can support Alex as he.
Yeah. No, we don't need to do it. We're not going to start a GoFundMe. We need to go to Greenville, South Carolina, second round matches.
Yeah.
Oh. Anyways.
Yeah, go for it. So you're saying they're going to release their top 16, the committee?
Yep. You wanna try and guess what they're going to seed?
Yeah, we can do that. I mean, we sort of gave our top 16 last week.
However, I'd like to walk mine back because Houston lost twice right after I said I am willing to let them be the last 2 seed. So I'd like to walk that little one back and readdress this because a lot happened last week. Like Kentucky lost. Like I feel like we can move some things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I speak for both of us when I say the top 3 remains the same: Gonzaga, Auburn, Arizona.
Yeah.
For me, I think Kansas is that final one. I think that's what they'll have.
I think so too, after Kentucky's lost to Tennessee.
Correct.
Yeah.
But you could have also made the argument anyway that like Kentucky wasn't that Final Four just based off of if you compared their resumes.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I think I'm going to pull up the net rankings again. But yes, so I think Kansas is 4 there. Kentucky's 3 in net, which obviously the committee is going to use.
Mm-hmm. And I think you should just kind of, as you're forming it, I think there should be a Big 12 team as a 1 seed.
The conference is too tough for it not to be.
That's kind of my thing.
They're going to respect it. Mm-hmm. They're going to respect it.
I think you have to.
So then on the 2 line, again, I'm just rolling with this. I think it's Kentucky, Purdue, Baylor, and I'm interested to see who you have that 4th to.
I mean, I know my 8th last week when we did it was Texas Tech.
Uh-huh.
because I think their resume is just that strong.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, like, it's a question of, do you take Texas Tech's resume or do you take Duke and Villanova being the best team in their conference?
Yep.
So it's which one do you value more? Because, and I know that's not really how the committee works, you know?
Yeah.
I know it's mostly like, it is like they have the team sheets. They have like, here's their quad one record. Like they have like Ken Palm, they take analytics into account too. So I don't know. For me,
Actually,
that's a toss up, but
Baylor did lose to Texas Tech, so I wouldn't be shocked if they dropped to the 3 line.
So you think we can
flip flop? Texas Tech is at third 2.
Okay.
So it's Kentucky, Purdue, Texas Tech. So then the fourth one.
I mean, Texas Tech swept Baylor.
They did. They're deserving of a 2.
Yeah.
So then I think that fourth one is one of Baylor, Duke, and Villanova. I don't know how much they factor in injuries. So Chama Chachua, how much they're gonna. Again, it's not like they're fielding the 68 right now.
Yeah.
They're not setting up the bracket. So it's not the end all be all.
Yeah.
You had Duke narrowly squeak by Wake Forest. You're going to see them play Florida State at home before you at least send out the rankings. Villanova, obviously, you beat Providence. Then you're going to play Georgetown. Like,
if Villanova, like, I don't know.
I'm still not high on Villanova. I think the committee would favor Duke in this scenario.
I think so too. And the reason why is, like, it's hard for me to stomach, again, I know this is not how it works, but it's hard for me to stomach, like, Villanova not winning their conference and being ranked ahead of, like, a team that did.
Yeah.
So, and like I know in my head that that's not at all how that works.
And Duke could very well lose the conference to Notre Dame.
The regular season?
Yeah. Notre Dame's down the stretch schedule is so easy. So easy. I'm going to read it to you.
Yeah.
So they have to travel to Wake Forest tomorrow. That'll be a fun game. Tips at 1 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
Then they get Syracuse at home, Georgia Tech at home, Florida State on the road, and then Pitt at home. Compared to Duke's, Florida State, 2 Charlottesville, 2 Syracuse, 2 Pitt, at home to North Carolina. They both get Pitt, they both get Syracuse, they both get Florida State. Duke plays Virginia and North Carolina. Notre Dame plays Georgia Tech and Wake Forest.
I do think Notre Dame's schedule is easier for sure, but I don't think all of those, like, I don't think it's that easy. Like, I don't think it's like.
I don't think it's that easy. I don't know. I take Wake Forest tomorrow.
Like, based on how Pitt's been playing, like, I don't even think that's
hot.
I don't think that's a gimme.
It's fair.
So,
anyways, so would you have Duke on that 2 line?
Yeah, all that to say, I think I put Duke on the 2.
I would too. That whole conversation was solely about, like, having somebody ranked ahead of the other person who finished higher in the who won the conference. That was just the whole Duke thing, the Duke Notre Dame argument. Anyway, what was I doing? So then the 3 line, are you doing Villanova or Baylor higher?
The analytics favor Baylor, so Baylor.
Okay. Baylor, Villanova. Does Providence stay on the 4 line for you? Or do they drop out of the 4 line?
Yes.
They drop out of the 4 line or they stay?
Oh, I thought you meant – okay. I thought we were still on the 3 line.
No, we are. I'm looking at, like, the most up-to-date AP rankings.
Yeah.
And so –
okay, anyway. I see.
Yeah, so I was making sure I don't forget Providence. So Baylor, Villanova is the 3s. Illinois.
I don't know if I bumped them up that high.
Despite the loss. Okay.
I don't know if I bumped them up that high. Because who do we have? We have – it's Baylor, Villanova.
Yep, so then we need 2 more twos.
2 more threes.
2 more threes, my bad.
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
– I throw Tennessee. Metrics love them.
Oh, yeah.
Metrics love them.
They're another one of those teams that, like, I don't know.
Metrics love them. I love Zakai Ziegler.
I know. No,
everyone loves Zakai Ziegler, so that's not a hot take.
The Kentucky win, I
impressive.
bought in a little more on them. So
it's fair.
There you go.
So you have Wisconsin at 3.
I think so. I think they're in play for like
I can get that. I might have to agree, honestly.
I want to look
again, but they lost to Rutgers.
Well, we can talk about that in a minute because
everyone lost to Rutgers.
Suddenly, Rutgers is just like destroying the Big Ten.
This is not an original joke, but if Rutgers played at home, if the NCAA tournament was played at the RAC, Rutgers is winning the national championship.
It's true.
That's not an original joke, but
yeah.
Okay, so Baylor, Villanova. You have Tennessee or Wisconsin higher? I'd go Tennessee.
I don't know. I'm not going
to talk about. It's not a drop off, but talk about like that separation from 10 to 11. I mean, that's like you think you get like your Baylor, Villanova, and then you get Tennessee, Wisconsin. That's not. I'm not trying to slight Tennessee, Wisconsin. They're capable of Elite Eight runs if everything falls their way. There it is.
The new solid.
There it is. Oh, it is our new solid, isn't it?
Yeah, if everything breaks their way.
So then the 4s. Are we going? I'm just gonna throw out like 6 teams here.
Mm-hmm.
Providence, Illinois, UCLA, Houston, USC, and Ohio State.
What about LSU?
Okay, I don't like LSU. I'm sorry. I don't like LSU.
I don't either. This is another comment war. This is another comment war I got into with somebody. Because there's this guy who he did a video like with his 8 teams that he thinks could win a title. And so it's like kind of all the usual suspects. And then his last one was LSU. And I commented and I was like, that is like LSU is a spicy take. And some other third party commented and was like, why do you say that? And I was like, maybe because like they're not that good. I mean, they're good, but like it was basically like he was like name a game that they've lost where everyone has been healthy. And I was like, Ole Miss. And they had everybody but Pinson for the Vanderbilt game. And if you need Xavier Pinson to beat Vanderbilt, you're not winning a title. I'm sorry, you're not. Like, I get it. He's a playmaker, but he doesn't really score. He can't really shoot. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't understand why he's like the linchpin. Like, oh, we didn't have – it's not like you didn't have Kofi Coburn in your Illinois. It's like, oh, we didn't have Xavier Pinson. Like, no disrespect to Xavier Pinson, but like –
slight disrespect to Xavier Pinson and LSU.
A little bit. Because like –
all that to be said, LSU is not on the 4 line.
Yeah.
I think Lucas Harkins of Heat Check got this right. He released his bracket preview today. Mm-hmm. He's updated. His 4s in order are UCLA, Illinois, Houston, Providence. I think that's right.
And then who's his top 5 is Ohio State. If I'm reading that correctly.
I'll pull up the link.
I have it up. Because Ohio State is in the same. They'd be in the same pod as the worst four, which is
correct.
Providence.
Which is Providence.
Okay,
yes.
so it's Ohio State.
Wait. Not necessarily, because Duke's in the same region with Kansas and Kentucky, and Duke's his second 3. Anyway, it's all good. Ohio State, whoever you want can be on that 5 line. His 5s are Ohio State, LSU, Texas, and Alabama. I would say Ohio State or LSU is that last one.
Okay. I mean, yeah, all that to say, LSU not on my 4 line.
Correct. I agree.
I mean, I guess you do. I think those are probably the 4 then. I think those are the 4s.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's UCLA, Illinois, Houston, Providence.
Yeah.
So, and then did you want to go through and do the buy or sells for each of these?
Yeah.
Because I think we know where we stand. And let's clarify what we mean by like buy or sell. Like, what do we mean when we say that?
Oh.
Like, I'm asking you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I thought you were segueing into a description you were gonna have.
No, I don't.
I think it means if you're, again, we noted the separation that might be there from 10 to 11.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should kind of do it like if we're personally buying or selling this team as a threat to make the Final Four. Not national championship, because that slims it anymore, but the top 16 teams. If everything's chalk, these teams play each other, Sweet 16 down. Buy or sell, these teams could make the Final Four.
Yeah.
And asterisk, things are going their way. I'm just kidding. We don't have to do that. But I just thought that was funny.
Right.
Thought that was funny.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. You want to ping pong this? Yeah.
I mean, Gonzaga, bye.
You know what? Yeah, bye. Yeah, bye. Good old Auburn.
Auburn's a bye.
It's a bye.
I think that's a bye.
Walker Kessler, Jabari Smith, Wendell Green, Flanagan.
Yeah. Walker
I can just keep naming players.
I was gonna write a separate article on this because I believe in it so strongly. Walker Kessler to the Charlotte Hornets. Phenomenal fit.
I would fall in love.
Phenomenal fit.
I would love it because also selfishly, UNC fans are also Charlotte Hornets fans, and to like see like he could have been arguably the guy on your North Carolina team, and now he's playing for your hometown NBA team.
Yeah,
that would make me happy.
I just don't understand. Like, it's so perfect to me. This fit is like,
it's great.
They don't have a center. They need defense.
They do like Trez though. They do like Trez.
I like Trez. I like Trez too.
I don't think, but if you tell me you can give me Kessler, you can throw him in. Talk about an improvement from
former 5-star. He has. I saw this stat. He has more blocks than all but 13 teams.
Yeah, I saw that graphic from Fox. He's 123 blocks? Jeez.
He just had a triple-double with blocks.
That's insane.
Put this man on the Charlotte. Okay.
He's got to be – oh, my gosh. He almost has to be unanimous Defensive Player of the Year.
Absolutely.
Like if he – well, you have guys you can throw in there, like Mark Williams, great shot blocker, great rim protector. Mm-hmm. Kessler is just doing at a clip that is just absurd.
It's crazy.
He's swatting everything within a 6-foot radius.
So anyway, that's a little sidebar, the little Walker Kessler to Charlotte love fest. Arizona.
I think you've got to say, yeah. I still have some question. We've talked about it. We've texted about it. We've talked about some of the question marks that I've had. Mm-hmm. But if Krisa's not a head case, which is very hit or miss at times. Krisa's not a head case.
Yeah.
This is Arizona's falling their way. If Krisa's not a head case, they're going to be fine. Mm-hmm. But they're going to be getting one of the tougher twos. So, I mean, can you imagine Arizona draws to Kentucky? I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'd take
I don't
Kentucky.
either. I think Toshibwe just
Sheboy is a.
I think
Sheboy is just.
bodies Koloko.
Yeah.
And that's Koloko's good. So like,
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. Everything's gonna be fun. I need to stop saying it's gonna be fun. It's just gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
It's another buzzword from me.
Yeah. Kansas. How are we feeling?
Oh, we talked about it. I'm rolling them until they prove me wrong. I had them as the preseason national champion. Do they have more question marks? Sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to roll with them.
Yeah.
Again, they're a bye.
Yeah. I mean, they've had unforeseen things come up. Like Remy Martin is not as much of a feature as we thought he was going to be.
Nah.
But that doesn't matter. But that doesn't matter.
They have Agbaji.
Kansas is a bye. And I think we have to because we've been on this since the preseason.
Kentucky.
That's a bye. Kentucky is a bye for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Don't need to say much more. They're great. Purdue. I'd sell Purdue. You know how I feel.
Yeah. They're right around the like when you get to the Elite Eight, I like really have questions at that point. So I think I have to sell too. Their defense just isn't there. It's just not.
It's not. Texas Tech.
Bye.
Little more hesitance than you in this. I can't say push, but I'll lean by. Like I'm not heavy.
Okay.
Not heavy by.
Yeah.
But I do like them. I like Mark Adams.
Like, they can beat anybody, I think.
Yeah, it's fair.
So
it's fair.
You know, assuming they don't wind up with like Gonzaga, but they can even beat Gonzaga. Like
someone's gonna wind up with Gonzaga. That's the tough part.
But even that, like, they're not, unbeatable. Like Bama.
No. Gonzaga's been beaten.
Yeah,
twice. You can beat them, bring them in those two losses, but okay. Duke.
Bye.
I'd agree. Again, I think somebody on Field of 68 said Duke is one of those teams where at this point, maybe it wasn't Field of 68, it might have been an article, but Duke could easily play themselves out in the first weekend, but could also go scorched earth through 6 games and just run away with it. So I think that was a good explanation. They're either going to shoot themselves in the foot because we've seen them blow leads.
Lose to a Mercer or a Lehigh.
You're going to have to find another podcast show, so I'm not going to show my face in public again if Duke loses in the first round. I dealt with it as a middle schooler, and the pain was enough.
Yeah.
I don't need it again. Anyways.
Threes.
Baylor. I'm going to sell because of the Chama Joshua injury.
I will also sell because we can say like, oh, if they weren't injured, but the fact is they are. So
they are injured. And yeah, they can go small ball, but in the scenario, you'd probably have to play one of Auburn or Gonzaga. Can't really go small ball against Chet Holmgren and Drew Timme, nor Jabari Smith and Walker Kessler.
No.
So, Villanova.
So
quick. Love that. Love that for us. Totally won't be a bad take.
Praying. Like the thing with the Kansas thing is like we're holding on to that because that's all we have left.
It really is. It really is. It really is. Oh, geez. What were the other ones?
I think we're
Tennessee.
So
yeah, I don't think they're gonna make a Final Four. They're gonna make some games interesting.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just don't think they can make it.
So
Wisconsin. I'm going to buy solely because of Johnny Davis. I'm going to buy the fact that I'm going to buy the fact that they can make a Final Four with Johnny Davis. But I can respect the sell because, I mean, what? He had like 4 points and they lost to who'd they lose to? It was like 51-49. It was like last week. Lost to Penn. No, they beat Penn State 51-49. But like Johnny Davis had like 4 points. Anyway, that's concerning, but nevertheless. 4 seeds, UCLA. Yeah, I love this. Love this.
Oh man.
I need it.
Oh man. I'm gonna have to take a stance here, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
So I can't. I'm sorry. I'm selling them.
Also, can I say this? Because your UCLA is my Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
If UCLA or Villanova makes the Final Four, we have to buy a T-shirt and wear it on whatever our follow-up episode is.
I have a UCLA shirt.
So. Okay, I'll go buy a Villanova T-shirt if Villanova makes the Final Four. Okay, we're putting this down. Like this will happen.
I'm down for that. I'll do it.
Okay. Yeah. If Villanova makes me eat my words, that's fine.
Yeah.
Illinois. I have to, after the way we hyped it up earlier in the episode, I feel like I have to say bye.
I have to as well.
Yeah. You more so than me.
I have to.
You had people on TikTok.
I can't back down. I can't.
No, you can't.
I'm trapped.
You are trapped. We're both trapped.
I'm trapped.
Oh. And then our final two, Houston and Providence, I will lump these two together and say so.
Yep. So.
Okay. Houston, depth issues. Providence. They're going to compete. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm. Houston's a system play, probably. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. They haven't proven anything. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like they've proven less than some of these other teams that we've said like haven't really proven anything.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
Couldn't agree more.
Final Four dark horse. Give me one off the top of your head. Can't be any of the teams that we just talked about.
Oh, Ohio State.
Just taking like the best available team.
Okay, well, I mean, yes, but EJ Liddell. Come on now.
Yeah.
Bucket. I'm not going to jinx it. This was related to my 3 picks of the day on Twitter. I'm not going to jinx it, though.
Don't jinx it.
I'm not going to try. I might have just jinxed it already.
You shouldn't even have brought it up.
Yeah, I shouldn't have. I saw the score line. I was like, dang.
Is it the Maryland game?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, congratulations. Nope. I knocked on wood again. But, yes. As you can see by Carl's reaction if you're watching the YouTube video.
Oh, Oakland, you idiots. You blew it.
Wait, what happened in the Oakland game?
They lost by – they
lost by 4 to Wright State.
Lost by 4.
Wow.
They were up by a pretty sizable margin, I think.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were up 12 with under 10 to play.
Jeez.
That's bad.
Oh. Dang. Who's your dark horse?
My dark horse?
Yeah.
I'll say
I just thought of one.
I'll say Marquette.
Okay. I like that. I was gonna say Bama too. Bama's absolutely capable of getting there.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my goodness. If you want like a true dark horse, like I'll go Bama. But like not into the top 16, like I'll go Ohio State.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see Murray State in the tournament though. And like just the Mountain West in general.
Harkins has Murray State as an 8 seed.
Murray State is sadly probably going to get screwed seeding wise.
Mm-hmm.
But whoever gets them, if you're the 1, I respect you because what a game that'll be. If they assuming they beat the 9.
No, that'll be fun. There's gonna be a lot of good double-digit seeds this year.
It's gonna be mayhem.
Like
watch this. What I'm saying this now so I can publicize it if I'm right. Watch this be the year someone gets a perfect bracket. The year that no one would expect you to be able to guess it. This would ironically be the year someone gets a perfect bracket.
Guess we'll see.
ESPN will release a stat now that I've said that by the Sweet 16, no brackets were left are perfect. But anyway.
Harkins has Memphis in as a 10 seed.
Ooh. One of my buys making the tournament.
All right.
Guess
we'll see.
No more one-bit American.
Here's some of these double-digit seeds that are in this field right now. We have a Creighton SMU play-in game. We have South Dakota State. We have Davidson.
Love me some Davidson. They won't cover though.
No, you can count on that. A VCU San Diego State play-in game.
I texted you about VCU earlier. I did.
VCU San Diego State, it's going to be like 30-25.
VCU put up 77 today. But yes, against San Diego State, it would be. Yeah, it would be that low.
There's going to be like 40 possessions total in the entire game. Who else? Wake Forest is a 10 seed. Notre Dame is a 10 seed. Ohio, 13. They're probably out now, though. After this recent loss, I'd have to say.
Are they still not leading the map?
They probably are, but they got boat raced by Toledo twice, and they just
I'm gonna find it.
Smacked by Kent State.
They're up half a game on Toledo.
Yeah, so we'll see. Toledo would be a fun team too.
Toledo plays Central Michigan tomorrow. They're gonna take first place probably.
Mm-hmm. Toledo's a fun team.
Yeah.
They might, depending on who they're up against. Like if you put Toledo against like a Providence, I don't know who I'm picking.
I don't either. And honestly, seeing like some of the mainstay like college basketball media members just go ham on like Providence after Providence fans berated them for some of their takes all season. Like if Providence goes out in the first round, like Jeff Goodman is going to have a field day. Like I want Jeff Goodman to find some receipts and just like bring them up if Providence loses in the first round.
If Arkansas and Providence lose in the first round.
Oh my gosh. Up immediate ranking of toxic fan bases from him. Immediate.
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
Tweet goes live within seconds.
Can't wait.
I hope Harkins puts Rutgers in. I'm more so saying like I hope the selection committee puts Rutgers in, but
I saw he had them on like his first 4 out.
They are with North Carolina, Oklahoma, and Belmont.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't see how you can ignore like Rutgers they've won these last 4 games against ranked teams.
Mm-hmm.
They beat Purdue earlier in the year. And I get that 4 of those 5 games were at home.
Yeah.
But win's a win. Like,
yeah.
So
100%.
I don't know. All right. Do you have any final thoughts? I think we can wrap this boy up.
I don't. I love Horizon League on Friday nights.
Yeah.
That's my final thought.
Nice. Yeah. Shout out to the Horizon League and the Ivy League for monopolizing Fridays.
It's truly great. It's amazing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all got. Saturday college slate of basketball is going to be spectacular.
It's gonna
Great
be
game.
great. It's gonna be fun. I mean, Illinois, Michigan State, Xavier, UConn, Texas Tech, Texas. I gotta submit my
Bama, Kentucky.
picks for the Sleepers Pick'em Challenge.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, be sure to do that. Could be fun. Anyways, thank you guys for watching.
Absolutely.
Thank you for listening. If you're on Spotify, hit us up with that 5-star rating. We really appreciate it. Go follow us on Twitter and on TikTok at Gym Range Pod. Stirring up controversy over there, apparently. So don't want to miss that. Yeah, but hey, thanks for listening, everybody. Looking forward to all that this tournament will have to offer, and we will be there to cover it for you guys. So thanks for sticking with us. We'll see you next time.